get ready to start my flight. Flight checklist. Click on buttons, knobs, levers, and switches. Flying these planes is my everyday riches. A PMD 3737, ready for another flight. When things get rough, baby, hold on tight. If you wanna catch the flight, come to lounge and be John. Right here on TikTok, in the lounge where we never go wrong. PMD 3737, ready for another flight. When things get rough, baby, hold on tight. Come on and fly with me. I got the best AI, even if I just can't sleep.
KMSY looking to pick up a cargo job to our destination. Guys, I apologize. My mic was turned down and I didn't realize it.
I'll get back to you in a minute or two.
I was just talking that we're flying from Cincinnati back to Louisiana. The last flight we tried to land and nothing was happening.
Gold Star 9 Delta Whiskey, Sky Ops. All right, we got a new cargo mission for you.
So we're
Your mission
doing
is
this
to transport
job
valuable art pieces for an international expedition.
back
Ensure
to
the cargo is
Louisiana
handled with
again,
utmost care
then
and
we'll
security.
fly from
Destination
Louisiana
is John
back
Glenn,
down
Columbus
here
Airport,
again.
IKO Kilo Charlie Mike Hotel. We're sending your crew over now. You can expect to be airborne in a few minutes.
I don't know what happened earlier. I don't know what caused it to do what it did. I know we was getting a lot of rain coming in, but I couldn't do anything with my CDU at all. It wouldn't let me move waypoints. I couldn't do anything with it. So I tried several times to just catch the approach. But I think one of the things that Say Intention still has a problem with is once you go past the airport and they have to give you headings to come back, it just doesn't do it correctly, because it just kept on giving me headings, but it took me further and further away. So it's a work in progress,
Captain,
I guess.
We have been here for hours trying to load this cargo. We are just about done. I'll let you know.
So what happened? We'll fly to Louisiana, and then we'll have a flight that comes back here where we're at now in Cincinnati, and then from Cincinnati, we'll be flying to San Antonio. So we do have a different flight coming, but it's not until we come back here. And I don't know if we're going to do a flight there and back tonight. We'll see how things go. It is awful windy out. That does concern me, but we're going to give it a go and see what we can do. I'm going to try to take off with flaps 15 and see if that helps.
Captain, we are all ready back here, ready to go.
Listen at that wind. That's awful. All right, so let's go ahead. Odie, welcome, welcome, welcome. Melissa, welcome to the lounge. I like the name. Ron, welcome back, my friend. Like I said, we got to fly back to Louisiana, then back here to Cincinnati. I don't know what happened earlier, but we tried in every way to get landed, but couldn't. And my philosophy, we don't crash. If we can't land and I have to end it that way, then that's the way I end it. But I don't do crashes. So, alright, so I'm going to go over here and get things put together. If you say something, just give me time to come back and read it. Alright? Alright, so that is done. Let's get our first officer open, and then here we go.
Starting pre-flight flow.
I'm giving comms
Good
to
morning,
you.
Captain.
Good morning.
Got it, John. I'll handle the comms from here.
Lisa, we'll be taking off in about probably 10 minutes, maybe 15.
Thank you, Captain John. I'll make sure the cabin is ready for departure.
We're doing turkey sandwiches and macaroni salad for dinner.
Thank you, Captain John. I'll inform the crew and get everything ready for the meal service. Looking forward to serving our passengers some tasty turkey sandwiches and macaroni salad.
You don't gotta do that until after we take off.
Understood, Captain John. We'll wait until after takeoff to begin the meal service preparations. Let us know if there's anything else you need.
Alright, so first officer's doing what he's got to do. I'm going to go ahead. Go ahead and get our IFR if you don't mind.
I'll get our IFR clearance now.
I believe he's going to give us 5,000, but I'm going to go ahead and...
Cincinnati clearance. Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey. We'd like to receive our IFR clearance. We have Sierra. I'll grab that clearance. Give me just a minute.
Yeah, we're taking off with flaps 15 tonight.
Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey, Cincinnati clearance. Cleared to New Orleans via the Chuckle 6 departure. Then is filed. Climb and maintain 7,000. Expect flight level 320, 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 119.7 squawk 2243. Expect runway 27. Cincinnati clearance. Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey. Cleared to New Orleans via Chuckle 6 departure. Then as filed. Climb and maintain 7,000. Expect flight level 320 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 119.7. Squawk 2243. Anticipate runway 27.
See, it wants to give us 7,000
Gold
for
Star
initial
International Niner
altitude.
Delta Whiskey, read that correct.
I don't like
Contact
that.
ground on 121.7.
The plane.
Switching to ground on
Ladies and
121.7.
gentlemen, welcome
Gold
aboard
Star
our
Niner
flight
Delta
to New
Whiskey.
Orleans with your friendly crew from Virtual Airline. My name is Lisa, and along with my wonderful
You might want to
colleagues,
let
Mike,
them
Sarah,
know
and
if that
Emily,
initial
we'll be
altitude
taking
of
care of you today.
7,000 is
Please
going to
take your
be
seats
too
according
low.
to your
It
boarding
is too
passes and
windy
ensure that your hand
for
luggage
that
is
altitude.
securely stowed in the overhead bins or under the seat in front of you. If you need any assistance, don't hesitate to contact one of us. We're here to help.
I'll request a higher initial altitude due to the wind conditions.
Cincinnati clearance. Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey. Requesting a higher initial altitude because of wind conditions. Gold Star International Niner Delta Whiskey. Climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Expect flight level 320, 10 minutes after departure. Climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Expect flight level 320, 10 minutes after departure. Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey.
See if they'll give us 13,000 for our initial altitude, 13,000.
S. Solid overcast at
I'll request
1700
an initial
feet.
altitude of 13,000
Temperature
feet
1.
due to the wind conditions.
Cincinnati clearance. Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey. Requesting an initial climb to 13,000 feet because of wind conditions. Gold Star International Niner Delta Whiskey. Climb and maintain 13,000 feet. Climb and maintain 13,000 feet. Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey.
Just to make sure they got everything correct, have them give you the IFR again with new altitude.
I'll confirm our IFR clearance with the new altitude.
Good deal.
Cincinnati clearance. Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey. Requesting confirmation of our IFR clearance with the revised initial altitude set at 13,000 feet.
I'll have your clearance in just a second.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey, cleared to New Orleans via the Chuckle 6 departure, then is filed. Climb and maintain 13,000 feet. Expect flight level 320, 10 minutes after departure.
Heading out for the walk
Departure on 119.7 squawk 2243. Expect runway 27. Cincinnati clearance, Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey, cleared to New Orleans via Chuckle 6 departure, then is filed. Climb and hold at 13,000. Anticipate flight level 320, 10 minutes post-departure. Departure frequency is 119.7. Squawk 2243. Anticipate runway 27. Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey, read back correct. Ground will be on 121.7.
Alright, now I'm working on our arrival flight plan here. Trust 1 MCB. Okay, that looks good. All right, good deal. Thank you, Lavelle, for following. Azra, welcome. All you wonderful, wonderful people. Want to remind people that if you are someone that watches and would like to actually be able to join us in conversations, join us even in live streams where people can hear you talk too, all you got to do is subscribe, and then you will gain access to our server. You will be sent a login name with a login password that you will use, and that will be your own personal ID and password, where you can log on to the server anytime you want. Whether we're live or not, we might not even be live, and you can still get access to talk to us on our server. So it's really worth subscribing and getting that, gaining that feature. It's really worth it. And that's on the TikTok side. YouTube, we don't have anything set up for you guys. I might set up a Patreon. I don't know. I'm just trying to build my channel and make it better for everybody. Mitch Selby. Mitch Selby, welcome.
Walk around completed.
Alright, so now I'm just waiting on first officer. I'm going to kind of walk through with you guys what's going on. Right now it's loading the FMC for the right now we're loading the wind data. So basically, got to have wind data. That way, the CDU can give us the correct speeds for the wind. Nine seconds for wind data to be uploaded. Now we're loading the wind. Yaw damper, galley power, equipment cooling, lights, passenger sign, window heat, wing anti-ice is on, engine anti-ice on. Setting landing altitude, wing lights. Auto throttle is armed. Resetting fuel flow. Auto brakes for rejected takeoff. That's our stall warning test. GPWS test. Heads up display. Transponder mode.
Flow completed. Pre-flight checklist. Oxygen.
Alright, let's go
Testing.
ahead and
Navigation, transfer, and display switches. Normal and auto. Window heat. On. Pressurization mode selector. Auto. Flight instruments. Sit. Parking brake. On. Fuel control switches. Cut off. Pre-flight
Alright,
checklist
now
completed.
N1 limit page, got that set. Alright, flaps 15, 140 for V1,
Initiating before start flow.
142 for VR, and 147 for V2. Trim is set. There we go. So we'll exit trim. All right, he closed the doors and is already doing the before start.
Flow completed. Before start checklist. Flight deck door. Closed and locked. Fuel 18337 pounds. Checked. Passenger signs. On. MCP. Speed 147. Heading 276. Altitude 32000. Sit. Takeoff speeds. B1 162. BR 165. B2 171. Checked. CDU pre-flight. Completed. Rudder and aileron trim. Free and zero. Anti-collision lights. On. Before start checklist completed.
Cockpit to ground. Go ahead. Beacons on, brakes released, clear to push straight out.
All right, now we're going to do our push back here.
Copy that. Clear to push straight back. Release the parking brake, please.
Go ahead, request startup.
Brakes released.
Push back with startup and
I'll request pushback and startup clearance now.
Start engines.
Starting engines.
Captain John, the cabin is ready for departure.
Thank you,
Starting
beautiful.
engine 2.
Cincinnati
Ladies and
ground,
gentlemen,
Gold
welcome
Star
aboard our
9er
flight
Delta
to New
Whiskey.
Orleans with Virtual
Requesting
Airline.
clearance for
Our
pushback and
captain
startup.
today is John, and assisting him is First Officer J.D.
Gold Star
I'm
International
Lisa,
9er
your
Delta
lead
Whiskey,
flight
pushback and
attendant.
startup approved.
And
Tail north.
joining me are my wonderful colleagues, Mike, Sarah, and Emily. We'll be taking care of you during this flight. Our estimated flight time today is approximately 1 hour and 47 minutes. We'll be cruising at an altitude of 32,000 feet. Before we take off, I'd like to take a moment to go over some important safety information. Please pay close attention, even if you are a frequent flyer.
Okay, the brake's
To
set.
fasten your
Thanks for the
seatbelt,
good push.
insert
We'll
the
see ya.
metal tip into the buckle and adjust the strap so it fits low and tight across your lap.
Engine 2
To
starting.
release,
We're disconnecting
lift the top
tow
of the
bar now,
buckle.
stand by, guys.
In the event of
Okay,
a
tow bar is
sudden cabin
disconnected.
pressure
We're
loss,
disconnecting the,
oxygen
Engine 2 cut
levels
out.
will drop from the
Pins will be
panel
on the
above
right
your
You
side.
can request
Pull
our
the mask
taxi
towards you
after
to
we
start the
do
flow of
our
oxygen.
next
Place it over your
checklist.
nose and mouth, secure it with the elastic band, and breathe normally.
Starting engine 1.
Make sure your own mask is on before helping others. Your life vest is located under your seat. In case of a water landing, remove it from the pouch, slip it over your head, and fasten the straps around your waist. Inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tabs or blowing into the tubes. This aircraft, a Boeing 737-900, has 8 emergency exits, 2 at the front, 4 over the wings, and 2 at the back. Each exit is clearly marked with signs, and lighting along the aisle will guide you to the nearest exit. Please take a moment to locate the exit nearest to you, keeping in mind that it might be behind you. We appreciate your attention and wish you a pleasant flight. If you have any questions or need assistance, don't hesitate to ask one of our crew members. Thank you for choosing Virtual Airline. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
Engine 1 started.
Our airline
Engine
is
one cut out.
actually
Ladies and
called
gentlemen,
Gold Star
welcome aboard our flight to
International.
New Orleans with Virtual Airline. Our captain today is John, and assisting him is First Officer J.D.
I don't
I'm
know why
Lisa,
she's
your lead flight
repeating
attendant,
herself again.
And joining me are my
All
wonderful
engines stable.
colleagues, Mike,
Flight
Sarah,
2,
and Emily.
7.
We'll be taking care of you during this flight. Our estimated flight time today is approximately 1 hour and we'll be cruising at 32,000. Before we take off, I'd like to take a moment to go over some important safety
She just
information.
did this.
Please pay close attention, even if you are a frequent flyer. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal tip into the buckle and adjust the strap so it fits low and tight across your lap. To release, lift the top of the buckle. In the event of a sudden cabin pressure loss, oxygen
You
masks
need
will
to
drop from
not
the panel
do
above
that. You just did
Pull the
that.
mask towards you to start the flow of oxygen. Place it over your nose and mouth, secure it with the elastic band, and breathe normally. Make sure your own mask is on before helping others. Your life vest is located under your seat. In case of a water landing, remove it from the pouch, slip it over your head, and fasten the straps around your waist. Inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tabs or blowing into the tubes. This aircraft, a Boeing...
You doing okay today, Lisa?
I'm doing great, Captain John. Thanks for asking. Looking forward to a smooth flight today. Let me know
Comes
if
to
there's anything
you.
need.
Request taxi.
I'll request taxi clearance now.
Cincinnati ground, Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey, ready to taxi. We have Tango.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey, taxi to runway 27 via Foxtrot Kilo 1.
Runway 27. Foxtrot, Kilo 1. Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey.
Alright, yoke left. Oh no, maybe he ain't calling for it yet. Oh, never mind, he's not ready for it yet, okay.
Clear on the right. Clear on the left. Flow completed. Before taxi checklist. Generators. On. Probe heat. Auto. Isolation valve. Auto. Engine start switches. Continuous. Recall. Checked. Auto brakes. Rejected takeoff. Flight control test.
Alright, yoke to the left.
Full left.
Back to center.
Neutral.
Yoke to the right.
Full right.
Back to center.
Neutral.
Yoke straight back.
Full back.
Back to center. And forward.
Full forward.
Back
Check.
to center.
Brake test. Checked. Before taxi checklist completed.
Did you get our taxi okay?
Yes, we're cleared to taxi to runway 27 via Foxtrot, Kilo 1.
Cincinnati ground, Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey, ready to taxi. We have information Tango.
Approaching
Prepare for
runway
takeoff.
2.
Before
7.
takeoff flow.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey, contact tower on 133.325 safe flight.
Flow completed. Before takeoff
Contacting
checklist.
tower on
Flaps.
133.325.
Sit.
Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey.
Stabilization
Please
trim.
remind everybody to make
Sit.
sure their kids are
Transponder.
fastened in. We're about to take
Sit.
off.
Cabin crew. Cabin crew prepared for takeoff. Notified. Before takeoff checklist completed. Check the flaps.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we prepare for takeoff, please ensure that all children are securely fastened in their seats. Thank you for your cooperation.
We're ready for takeoff.
I'll get our takeoff clearance now.
Wind is at 18 knots right now, but it's going from 18, 21
Cincinnati
knots.
Tower, Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey, holding short of runway
Oh.
27. We are ready for departure.
Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey, Cincinnati Tower, runway 27, winds 275 at 17, gusting 27. RNAV Bonley, cleared for takeoff.
24 knots.
Runway 27, Barnab Bonnell, cleared for takeoff. Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey.
Here we go, folks.
Thrust set. Checked. Speed alive. Checked.
80 knots.
80 knots. Checked.
V1, rotate. V2.
Center pump's coming off. Positive rate. feet.
Lateral navigation.
LNAV on.
Vertical navigation.
VNAV on.
Autopilot.
Command A on. Gear up. Gear down. Gear up. Flaps 10.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey. Contact departure on 119.7.
Acceleration altitude.
Switching to departure on 119.7.
Flaps up.
Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey.
Oh,
Cincinnati
warn
departure,
everyone
Gold
that
Star
we
9er
have
Delta
an
Whiskey.
alarm
Morning,
going
climbing
off,
past 2000.
but it's being taken care of. If they smell anything, it's just our brakes. It's a wheel well alarm going off. I gotta go shut it off, guys. Hold on.
Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey. Cincinnati departure. Radar contact. Cleared direct funnel. Climb and maintain flight level 210.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your lead flight attendant, Lisa.
Clear
speaking.
direct
We
Bonnell.
wanted
Climb
to
and
inform
maintain
you
flight
that we
level
have an alarm
210.
going off in the
Gold Star
cockpit.
9er Delta
Please
Whiskey.
rest assured that it is being taken care of by our crew. If you happen to notice any unusual smells, it's likely just our brakes. Thank you for your understanding and cooperation.
Okay, we took care of the alarm, but you can definitely smell the brakes, but it's nothing to worry about.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your lead flight attendant, Lisa speaking. We wanted to inform you that the alarm has been taken care of by our crew, and there's nothing to worry about. You might notice a smell from the brakes, but please rest assured that everything is under control. Thank you for your understanding and cooperation.
So, with that said, when I land,
Flow
I'm going to
completed.
go into the PMDG and do repairs.
After takeoff checklist. Engine start switches.
Off.
Packs.
On.
For some
brakes.
reason, it doesn't
Off.
on windy
Landing gear.
flights, guys.
Up
I
and
don't
off.
know why.
Flaps.
I think it might be a bug,
After
really.
takeoff checklist completed.
But we're okay. Landing gear is up, flaps are up, speed is good. Climbing at 2635 feet a minute, 2035 feet that is. We're crossing 8,000 feet right now. Working our way up to flight
Gold
level
Star International 9er
320.
Delta Whiskey. Climb and maintain flight level 260.
Climb and maintain flight level 260. Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey.
Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey, can we go ahead and request cruise altitude, flight level 320?
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey. Climb and maintain flight level 320.
Climb and maintain flight level 320. Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey.
Passing 10,000 feet.
Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey, could you check with someone to see if they could look and see what could cause the wheel well alarm to go off? Everything seems normal.
Free to use your electronic devices. Our onboard Wi-Fi service is available, so feel free to connect and enjoy. We are flying on a Boeing 737-900, departing from Cincinnati and heading to New Orleans. The estimated flight time is about 1 hour and 47 minutes. The weather in New Orleans is clear, with a temperature of 12 degrees Celsius. Thank you for flying with us. And if you need anything, please don't hesitate to ask.
Gold Star International. We had a wheel well light go off. Again, that was a wheel well warning light go off along with the tire warning. The alarm is off, but we're not sure if that's something we should be concerned about. I don't know if it's the brakes or not. I really don't know. I just wanted to see what it...
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey, understand your concern. Recommend you check with maintenance upon landing.
Is it possible you could contact maintenance and ask them if there's anything we should do up here?
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey, unable to contact maintenance directly. Recommend you follow standard procedures and check with maintenance upon landing.
Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey. Okay, no problem. We'll just look over the manual here and see what it says. Otherwise, we'll contact maintenance when we get landed. Thank you. Alright, I want to look and see. I am curious.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey, you're welcome.
Okay, so it says if brakes are hot after takeoff, it can trigger the wheel well fire alarm. It said it can be caused by aborted takeoff or excessive braking during taxi, which we didn't do that. But we did reposition and it... Yeah, that makes sense. Now this makes sense. Windy conditions with strong crosswinds during takeoff can cause the aircraft to yaw, leading to increased brake usage and potential overheating.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey, contact Indianapolis Center on 124.775.
Transition altitude.
Switching to Indianapolis Center on 124.775. Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey. Indianapolis Center, Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey. Good morning. Climbing past flight level 180 for flight level 320.
Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey, Indianapolis Center. Good morning.
I wonder. I wonder. I want to see something. Hold on, guys. I'm looking at something real quick. I'm looking at some setting, guys. I apologize.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've now reached our cruising altitude, and it's a great time to sit back and relax. Myself and my fellow crew members, Mike, Sarah, and Emily, will be coming through the cabin shortly to start our snack and drink service. We have some delicious turkey sandwiches and macaroni salad available today, so be sure to try them out. After the meal service, we'll also be offering a selection of items from our Gold Star International shop. Thank you for flying with us, and enjoy the rest of your flight to New Orleans.
Alright. Just looking here, guys. Okay, I was just looking to see. almost done here, guys. Alright, about done here. I wanted to see. Let's see. VSD is on.
Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey, Indianapolis Center. Contact Memphis Center on 132.9er.
Contacting Memphis Center on 132.9.
Aha, there
Gold
we
Star
go.
9er Delta Whiskey.
I changed the minimum runway length to 9,000. There's no way I'd land on 5,000.
Memphis Center, Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey. Morning, maintaining flight level 320.
Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey, Memphis Center, good morning.
Okay. Okay, so it's on pounds now for fuel. Huh. They got this one thing at the top. Um, okay, one more thing I'm looking, guys. Sorry, I'm reading settings here to see what. Alright, we're going to change that to 6,000. There we go. Alright, we're done here. Alright. Let's see what our distance is. Oh, we better get set up for a pro. We only got 35 minutes. So that and that. $111.70. $111.70.16. Alright, so we're going to KMSY. Loading our weather. There we go. Okay, so Alright, there we go. Alright guys, we were set up on that. Alright, descent flow. There we go. Patty! Welcome to the lounge, Patty! Chris!
Rook Talon. Damn John. When do you sleep?
Oh, I sleep, brother, trust me. Shit, I didn't get up today until, well, technically yesterday, being just after midnight, but,
Flow completed. Descent checklist. Pressurization.
I slept till like
Recall.
12:30, 1 o'clock, something like that.
Sit. Landing data.
Some nights I
143.
stay up till
Minimum
5 in the morning,
200.
other nights I stay up till 2 in the morning, just depends.
Approach briefing. We're expecting the ILS approach for runway 02. The minimum altitude is 200 feet. We'll use auto brakes for.
We'll see how this flight goes, guys. It should be good.
In
Our
case
last
we go
flight
around,
up here
we'll
that we
climb for
did
ATC instructions on the
was
runway.
good.
heading.
It was
Any questions?
Cincinnati, our last
Completed.
flight.
Descent
We didn't get
checklist
landed in
completed.
Cincinnati due to the CDU completely just stopped working, and say intentions could not get us lined up for nothing to get that approach. So, but I think the only reason we didn't get approached because the CDU wasn't working. So how could it? So, but we had the last time we flew up here to Louisiana, we had a good landing, so I'm pretty confident about that. And timing's looking good. We might even fly back to Cincinnati just so I can get that out of the way. That way tomorrow, well, later today, when we take off, we'll be flying to San Antonio. I did skip one of the legs, but that's alright. I'll just take a little less pay when they do the payroll on Monday. Rook, did you ever email me to the 737flights@gmail.com? Because I never did. I didn't see it, but maybe I overlooked it. Because I was looking for your email to get you added on the server.
Rook Talon. Yeah, definitely emailed you.
Okay, I'll have to go back in there and look for it again.
Gold Star International 9 Delta Whiskey, contact Memphis Center on 120.8.
Switching to Memphis Center on 120.8, Gold Star 9 Delta Whiskey. Memphis Center, Gold Star 9 Delta Whiskey, morning maintaining flight level 320.
Gold Star 9 Delta Whiskey, Memphis Center, good morning.
Alright. Let's take a look here. I'll go look at that email when I get landed. Comms back to me.
All right, John, you've got the comms now.
Lisa, sweetie, go ahead and give the food services before we land here. Do you remember what I told you we're having?
Yes, Captain John, I remember. We're serving turkey sandwiches and macaroni salad for dinner. I'll start the service right away. Thank you.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Captain John. I'll make sure the meal service is underway with the turkey sandwiches and macaroni salad. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Don't forget to welcome Rook to the live stream.
Thank you, Captain John. I'll make sure to give a warm welcome to Rook on the live stream. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
You can make that announcement now, welcoming Rook to the flight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your lead flight attendant, Lisa speaking. We have a special welcome today for Rook, who is joining us on our flight. We're delighted to have you with us, Rook, and hope you enjoy your journey with Gold Star International. If there's anything you need, please don't hesitate to ask. Thank you for flying with us.
That was wonderful.
Thank you, Captain John. I'm glad to hear that. If there's anything else you need, just let me know. We're here to make sure everything goes smoothly.
"24 minutes till descent, guys." I had a passenger ask me to turn the lights down. They're trying to sleep, so I'm going to go ahead and turn the lights down back there.
Thank you, Captain John. I'll make sure the cabin is comfortable for everyone. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Make sure to remind the parents to keep their children quiet, because some people are trying to sleep.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your lead flight attendant, Lisa speaking. We kindly ask all parents to ensure that their children remain quiet during the flight, as some passengers are trying to rest. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated. Thank you for your understanding.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey. Expect the Trash 1 arrival. I'll have you descending in about 20 minutes.
Gold Star International. We'll be starting our descent in 22 minutes.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey. Descend via Trash 1 into New Orleans.
Descend to Trash 1 into New Orleans in 22 minutes. You still with us, Rook? Gold Star International. We got about 20 minutes till we start descent.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey, roger. Maintain flight level 320. Expect descent in approximately 20 minutes.
Alright, so due to timing, when we get landed, we will not be flying back out again until later. So, once we get landed here in good old Louisiana, we're not going to take off again until later today. But I encourage you, keep your eyes on that notification on that telephone you got there, thingamajigger. And when you see Lounging with John pop up, you know what to do. Get your booty in the lounge. I guess I gotta motivate y'all a little bit. Let's do that. Let's see if I can motivate you. Hold on. Let's go here.
Captain John, we have a situation in the cabin. A passenger is harassing one of our crew members. It started when the passenger became upset about not receiving a specific meal choice and began verbally abusing the crew. We're trying to calm the situation, but I wanted to keep you informed. Please advise on how you'd like us to proceed.
Okay, let me know if you don't get it taken care of.
Thank you, Captain John. We'll ensure everything is taken care of in the cabin. If there's anything else you need, just let us know.
Give me 1 second. You guys gotta do something real quick. I know if I do that. Yeah. Alright. Six minutes till descent. Alright, let's see. Turn on Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi is already turned on.
Open chime.
Return to Siri. Button. Status bar. Alert. Try Face ID. Try again. Face not ready. Try again. Try again. Try Face ID again. Try Face ID again. Face ID authenticated. Chime. Settings. Decorative image. Decorative image. Father taxes free. Get your phone. Get started. I pay $0, $20. Get started. Get your phone. Father. Decorative. Large post. Small cents. Spot $6.69.
There it is. Okay. All right. I'm working on
Approaching top of descent.
I took a little break on writing music and I'm about to get back into it. Whoa.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey, contact Memphis Center on 132.5.
I'm glad it reminded me about the altitude, or we would have never got landed. We're good now, though. We got this. Gold Star International with you, starting my descent from flight level 320. Comms back to you.
Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey, Memphis Center. Good morning.
Got it, I'm on the comms now.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we begin our descent into New Orleans, please return to your seats and ensure that your seat belts are fastened. Kindly stow your tray tables and any carry-on items. The use of the lavatories is now restricted until we have landed. Thank you for your cooperation.
Alright, looking good here, guys.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey, contact Houston Center on 126.8.
Switching to Houston Center on 126.8. Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey. Houston Center, Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey. Morning, descending through flight level 270.
Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey, Houston Center, good morning.
Let's go, Imagine.
Imagine. I-N-A-G-I-N-E.
Looking good so far, guys. Alright, I'm just working on my song at the same time. I'm
Gold Star 9er
flying
Delta
here,
Whiskey,
guys.
Houston Center, speed 250 knots.
Alright. Gold Star International, speed 250 knots.
Speed brake armed. Transition altitude.
Alright, we're gonna put our speed brake on for a minute to slow things down here. If you ever been flying in real life, when you feel, when you feel the airplane slowing down like that, and it feels like a car slowing down, right? That's because they're kicking on the speed brake. Basically, the spoilers are coming out and it's slowing it down pretty quickly. Gold Star International going to be requesting direct to Royal when we reach 9,000 feet.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey, contact New Orleans approach on 123.85.
Contacting New Orleans approach on 123.85. Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey, direct to Rayup approved upon reaching 9,000.
New Orleans approach. Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey. Morning descending through 16,000.
Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey, New Orleans approach. Good morning, New Orleans altimeter 30.03. Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey, New Orleans approach. Contact Aurora, approach on 133.5.
Aurora on 133.5. Gold Star International making our descent, crossing 13,000.
Aurora approach. Gold Star, Niner Delta Whiskey. Morning. Descending past 14,000.
Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey, Aurora approach. Good morning, New Orleans. Altimeter 30.03.
Gold Star International going to be requesting a direct to Royal once we reach 9,000 feet.
Gold Star International Niner Delta Whiskey, direct to Royal approved upon reaching 9,000 feet.
Correction, going to be requesting Royal when we reach 4,000.
Gold Star International Niner Delta Whiskey, direct to Royal approved upon reaching 4,000 feet.
Gold Star International, cancel that last request. We're going to be cresting Royal once we reach Rayup at 4,000.
Gold Star International Niner Delta Whiskey, direct to Royal approved upon reaching Rayup at 4,000 feet.
Gold Star International, correction on that. It's going to be requesting Royal when we reach Viep.
Gold Star International Niner Delta Whiskey, contact New Orleans approach on 123.85.
Contacting New Orleans approach on 123.85. Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey.
Captain, cabin is ready.
Gold Star International requesting direct to Royal.
Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey, New Orleans approach. Good morning, New Orleans. Altimeter
Ladies and gentlemen, as we make our
30.06.
final approach into New Orleans, please ensure
Gold
all
Star
electronic
International
devices
Niner
are
Delta
turned
Whiskey,
off
direct to
and
Royal
stowed
approved.
until we've arrived at the gate. Kindly put your tray tables away, return your seats to their full upright position, and ensure your seat belts are fastened. Upon arrival, our airline staff will provide information regarding your connecting flights. Thank you for your cooperation.
Speed brake armed. Flaps 1.
Gold Star International going direct to Royal, currently crossing 7,000.
Flaps 2.
Alright, let me pay attention to here. I tell you, I don't like the... This is going to be a tricky ILS to catch because... Well, we'll see what happens. It's just the turn we got to make from 197 degrees, we got to turn to 16 degrees and gives us like a mile to get to it. Go to
Flaps
flaps
5.
5 here. Godsar International crossing 6,000 to Royal on a direct.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey, direct to Royal approved. Maintain current heading until reaching Royal.
Maintain current heading until reaching Royal. Oh, this chair makes me so mad.
Flaps 10.
I got comms.
Sorry, John, I didn't catch that. Could you repeat?
Comms to me.
You're in charge of the comms now, John.
All right.
2500.
Shut up.
Glide slope alive. Approach mode on. Cabin crew prepare for landing. Command B on.
Airspeed low. Airspeed low. 1000.
Unstable.
Landing checklist. Engine start switches. Continuous. Speed brake. Armed. Landing gear. Gear down. Gear up. Flaps. Sit. Cabin crew. Cabin crew prepare for landing. Notified. Landing checklist completed. Flaps 40.
No, we didn't catch it, so here's what we're going to do.
Approach mode on. LNAV on.
Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to a holding, and we're going to hold.
Rook Talon.
And
are you landing?
Well, we're going to, but I got to go to the go around. Gold Star International. We're going around to hold, and then we're going to set up our approach again.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey. Roger. Go around approved. Enter the hold as needed and advise when ready for another approach attempt.
So we're going to the hold, and then we're going to come back in. Basically, the turn was too steep. Not steep, too quick. I didn't have enough time to make that sharp turn that they needed us
Gold
to
Star
make.
International, Niner Delta Whiskey, contact New Orleans Tower on 119.5.
Gold Star International with you doing a go around for a second try at the approach.
Rook Talon. Oh, it was a missed approach.
Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey.
Yeah, we missed
New Orleans
it.
Tower. Roger. Execute the published missed approach procedure and climb and maintain 3000. When ready, re-enter the approach for runway 2.
Gear up. Gear down. Gear up. Flaps 30. Flaps 15. Flaps 10. VNAV on.
So we're going to climb up back up to 3,000. When I get to holding, then I'll set up our runway to come back in. Got about 10 miles. Alright. Gold Star International ready to start our approach again for runway 2 ILS approach.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey, cleared for the ILS approach to runway 2, winds 320 at 6.
Can you repeat that, please?
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey, cleared for the ILS approach
Command
to
A
runway
on.
2, winds 320 at 6.
Command E on. Command A on.
Alright, there we go. Alright, so now alright, so we got 29 miles. Our speed's good. 171 knots. I'm gonna bring our flaps to 15.
Flaps 15.
Actually, we're going to say flaps
Flaps
10. And then once we catch the localizer, we'll go flaps all the way out pretty quickly because the localizer's really low, under 2,000 feet, but so basically we have 4 miles to make that turn for 16 degrees. When we first came in the first time, we only had a mile. So that's why we overshot it so quick. We're 29 miles out from the airport. Now I know we're going the right direction. I've been paying attention to that the whole time, so we're good there. Alright. Here we go.
Approach mode on. Command B on.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey, winds 320 at 6. Runway 2 cleared to land.
Gear down.
2500.
Gold Star International, clear to land, runway
Flaps
2.
40. Landing checklist. Engine start switches.
Alright, I think we got it this
Speed
time,
brake.
guys.
Armed. Landing gear. Down. Flaps. Sit. Cabin crew. Cabin crew prepare for landing. Notified. Landing checklist completed.
Yep, I think we got it, by gosh. Pays off to do a go around it. And just organize your stuff and get it back in, you know. Coming in nice and smooth. Not getting nothing about being unstable. Now, Rook, don't be standing up on the wing outside the airplane. We're going back in for our landing now. Make sure everyone's seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we prepare for landing, please ensure that you are seated with your seatbelts securely fastened. Thank you for your
We are
cooperation.
looking good, guys. Gold Star International, we got traffic ahead of us on a final approach for landing here on runway 2.
Approaching runway 35.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey,
Approaching
maintain
runway
visual separation.
17.
Continue approach to runway 2, winds 320 at 6. clear to land.
Approaching
Delta
runway
International
02.
landing gear is down. Clear to land on final.
400.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey, winds 320 at 6. Runway 2 cleared to land.
300.
We got some crosswinds here, guys. Let's see how this works out.
Minimums.
Approaching minimums. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Speed breakout. Reverse thrust. 70 knots.
We did it, guys. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that.
Initiating after landing checks.
Even on a go-around, Rook, we
Gold
did
Star
it, by
International
golly.
9er Delta Whiskey, contact ground on 121.9er.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to New Orleans. We hope you enjoyed the smooth landing by Captain John and First Officer J.D. The local time is 3:38 a.m.
My
The weather
gosh,
here is
we
clear,
did
with a
it, buddy.
temperature of 11 degrees Celsius. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until we reach our final parking position and the seatbelt sign is turned off.
Flow completed.
Did you know that New Orleans is famous for its vibrant music scene and delicious Creole cuisine? We hope you get to experience it during your stay. On behalf of Captain John, First Officer J.D., and your cabin crew, Mike, Sarah, and Emily, thank you for flying with us. We wish you a pleasant stay or safe onward journey. Please check around your seat for any personal belongings. and
Let
be
everyone
careful
know
when
we will
opening
be
the
going
overhead
back to
bins. Thank you,
Cincinnati
and
later
goodbye.
today if people plan on reboarding. What do you think about that, Rook? We did daggone good, man. I was proud of that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your lead flight attendant, Lisa speaking. We wanted to let you know that we will be heading back to Cincinnati later today. If you plan on rebooking or need any assistance with your travel plans, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you for flying with us, and we hope you have a wonderful stay in New Orleans.
Shutting the aircraft down.
What do you think about that, Rook? Man, I should have recorded that go around the landing. That was good. That worked out nice. And our flight was submitted. Good deal.
Flow completed. Shutdown checklist. Fuel pumps. Off. Probe heat. Off. Hydraulic pumps. Sit. Flaps. Up. Parking brake. 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 On. Fuel control switches. Off. Weather radar. Weather radar. Weather radar.
Nice. I got a minus 90 on that landing. That was beautiful.
Weather radar. Off. Shutdown checklist completed. Shutdown checklist. Fuel pumps. Off. Probe heat. Off. Hydraulic pumps. Sit. Flaps. Up. Parking brake. On. Fuel control switches. Off. Weather radar. Off. Shutdown checklist completed. Securing the aircraft.
We're just securing the aircraft. We'll be taking off again a little bit later today. Me and you can go back to the hotel and enjoy a nice dinner now that we're done. See what she says.
Sounds great, Captain John. A nice dinner sounds like a perfect way to unwind after a successful flight. Let me know when you're ready to head out. Looking forward to it.
Let's just hope the hotel bed is comfortable, right?
Secure checklist. IRS.
Absolutely, Captain John.
Off.
A comfortable
Emergency
hotel
exit
sounds
lights.
perfect after a good flight.
Off.
Looking
Window
forward
heat.
to it.
Off. Packs. Off. Secure checklist completed.
Me too. I believe I'm ready to go. I'll meet you outside the airplane.
Great, Captain John. I'll see you outside the airplane shortly. Looking forward to a nice dinner and some rest. Safe travels until then.
Alright guys, there you go. That does it. So therefore, I hope you guys enjoyed the flight. And I'll close with this.
I walk in, get ready to start my flight. Flight checklist, click on buttons, knobs, levers, and switches. Flying these planes is my everyday riches. A PMG I got the best.